This is the story of Jagdish. 19-year-old Jagdish lived in a small village with his parents. Life in the village was difficult and money was always short. Many of his friends had already moved to the city and found decent jobs. One day, one of his friends suggested that Jagdish should come with him to the city and find work there as well. He told him that even simple labor jobs in the city paid much better than village work. Jagdish thought his friend was right, so, leaving behind his home and family, he traveled to the city in search of a better future. After a few days, Jagdish's friend managed to get him a job as a watchman. But there was one problem. The job was at a morgue, and his shift was during the night. Even after hearing this, Jagdish did not refuse. The salary was surprisingly high, much more than he could ever earn in his village. He knew no one would pay him this much for simply standing guard at night. So he accepted the job. It was Jagdish's very first day. His duty timing was from 9 at night until 7 in the morning. He reached the morgue 10 minutes early. Outside the building sat an old watchman who worked the morning shift. The old man looked at Jagdish carefully and then spoke in a strange tone. "So, you are the new watchman. You look very young. How old are you?" Jagdish smiled nervously. "I'm 18, uncle. My family is poor. That's why I came to the city to earn money." The old man nodded slowly. "That's good. But since you're new here, let me warn you about something." He pointed toward the morgue building. "Your duty is outside, so focus only on what happens outside. What happens inside, what noises you hear, what you see, that is not your concern. There are people inside to handle those things. No matter what happens, never go inside, especially after midnight." The old man's warning sounded strange, but Jagdish simply assumed he was being superstitious. People often spread scary stories about places like morgues. So he ignored it, wore his uniform, picked up his stick, and started his duty. Hours passed quietly. By 10 o'clock, all the doctors and compounders had left the building. The morgue was now completely silent. Cold wind blew through the empty corridors. Jagdish sat alone outside. Then suddenly, bang! A loud metallic sound echoed from inside the building. Jagdish stood up immediately. It sounded as if someone was violently hitting one of the metal lockers inside the morgue. Another loud bang echoed. Jagdish grabbed his watchman's stick and rushed inside without thinking. The moment he entered, he switched on all the lights. And then, he froze. Rows and rows of dead bodies were lying inside large black body bags. The smell of death filled the air. Jagdish's stomach twisted. One of the body bags was slightly open, and inside it, he saw a rotten corpse staring directly at him. Its skin was decayed. Its eyes were half open. Jagdish immediately felt sick. He ran outside and vomited violently. Now he finally understood why the old watchman warned him not to enter. Time passed slowly. Soon it was midnight. The silence became heavier. Jagdish was struggling to stay awake. His eyes slowly began closing. Then suddenly, he heard the sound again. Clang, clang. This time, Jagdish decided he would not go inside. Instead, he quietly walked toward the window to peek inside from outside. Holding his stick tightly, he slowly looked through the glass window. And what he saw made his blood run cold. A man was standing inside the morgue. He was opening the metal lockers one by one, and he was doing something to the dead bodies. Jagdish shouted immediately, "Hey, who are you? What are you doing in there?" But the man didn't respond. He didn't even turn around. Instead, he calmly opened another locker. Jagdish got angry. Thinking it was some criminal or mentally unstable person, he ran inside and grabbed the man by the collar. But the moment the man turned around, Jagdish's scream echoed through the entire building. It was not a human. It was the same rotten corpse he had seen earlier. The corpse smiled at him. Its face was torn apart. Its flesh was hanging from its jaw, and its dead eyes stared directly into Jagdish's soul. The creature began laughing in a horrible broken voice. Then slowly, it started walking toward him. Jagdish screamed and ran for his life. He rushed into the surgery room nearby and slammed the door shut from inside. His entire body was shaking. He could hear scratching sounds outside the door. Slowly, something started banging against it. Bang, bang, bang. Jagdish pulled out a phone with trembling hands and quickly called his friend. The call connected. Hello? Hello? Please save me. Please save me. They will kill me. Please. They are here. Please help me. His breathing became faster and faster. Outside the room, more sounds appeared. Not one, not two. Many footsteps, dragging sounds, whispers, laughter. Jagdish slowly turned his head toward the small glass window on the door, and his heart nearly stopped. Several dead faces were staring at him from outside. Rotten corpses. Some had broken jaws. Some had missing eyes. Some had cut open stomachs. All of them were smiling. The lights in the room started flickering violently. Jagdish backed away in terror. Then suddenly, the door handle slowly began turning. The corpses were trying to enter. Jagdish screamed uncontrollably. Meanwhile, his friend was racing toward the morgue after hearing the horrifying phone call. When he finally arrived, he noticed something strange. A group of people stood silently near the building. None of them moved. None of them spoke. Jagdish's friend ran toward them desperately. "Excuse me, have you seen my friend? He works here as the night watchman." Slowly, every person in the crowd turned toward him together, and he screamed because they were all dead bodies. Rotting corpses standing upright, smiling at him. And lying on the ground near them was Jagdish, covered in blood, his body completely motionless. Before his friend could run away, cold hands grabbed him from behind. His terrified scream echoed through the night, and then everything became silent. The next morning, when the staff arrived at the morgue, they found the main hall completely disturbed. All the lockers were open. One of the workers frowned nervously. Where did the new watchman go? And who opened all these lockers? He began closing them one by one. Then suddenly, he stopped. Inside one locker were two fresh dead bodies. The first body belonged to Jagdish. His eyes were frozen wide open in terror. And beside him was the body of his friend, cut into several pieces. The worker stepped back in horror. His voice trembled. "Oh God, the new watchman is